Hey folks, welcome back to another Palm Mouse video. So let's talk a bit about the thing that they mentioned in that last dev letter that they dropped yesterday, right? So in yesterday's dev letter, or last night, whatever, right? They mentioned something about over here, right? In rallies and events for the new year, they said something like, so they first said, we also have various rallies and events planned for the start of 2023. Seasonal events and new seasonal sync pairs will arrive. And then they said, plus, you just might be able to team up with a certain trainer who's a perfect fit for the new year during a seasonal event. So, question is, who is this, right? Who's this character? Who could this potentially be? And, well, first things first, I feel like a lot of people, you know, I won't say a lot of people, but some people say, oh, that's just the New Year sync pairs, right? Whoever the New Year sync pairs are. But I don't think that's the case. I highly doubt that's probably what they're referring to, because first of all, they already mentioned the New Year seasonal sync pairs in that last sentence right over here. So I really doubt they're referring to the seasonal sync pairs. Plus, seasonal sync pairs was in plural, and there's generally two, right? And then over here, this one's singular, so it says a certain trainer, right? So this is probably just separate from whatever the seasonal sync pairs are, right? And again, folks have been, you know, theorizing who this could potentially be, and there's a few guesses, I guess. First of all, I feel like it's really hard to relate someone who's perfect fit for the new year in terms of any particular Pokemon character in, you know, like for example, like Zinnia or whatever, right? Like, no, there's not any like, again, outside of the past seasonals maybe, but that's, again, those are seasonal sync pairs. That's not what we're trying to potentially get at here, right? So there's no one that's actually related to New Year's, at least best of my knowledge, right? I guess like some people have mentioned something like maybe like some unit with Score Bunny or something, because it's like Year of the Rabbit, although Chinese New Year isn't until like, yeah, it's like January like 22nd, so that's like pretty much like the end of it. Which, I mean, I guess they could, so like some like rabbit Pokemon maybe, possibly. But yeah, I feel like the more like the more likely scenario over here is they might be referring to one of those NPC characters, right? And I feel like of the NPC characters like that we got, you know, earlier in terms of Hex Maniac and Sightseer, and one that would make, I would say, some sense, because like if you look at like a lot of these like trainer classes, a lot of them are like, okay, not a lot of them really have to do with New Year's either. Like, what does a collector have to do with New Year's? A lady in a suit? Macrocosmos people? No, like, yeah. But there are a few, maybe. Again, these, I do feel like, even though they kind of fit a bit better than like most other trainer classes, still a bit of a reach. But the first one, I do feel that could be a really nice one, would probably be the Kimono Girls, if you guys do remember from Johto, right, back in Gen 2, or I guess also, well, the remakes Gen 4, right? But I remember the Gen 2 ones more, right? The Johto Kimono Girls, right? And do they have any direct tie to New Year's? No, I don't think any of these trainer classes have any direct ties to New Year's. But if you do look at like some of the previous New Year's units that we have been getting, right? Let's see. Let me reset the filters. Like the New Year's units, right? New Year's units. We've been having units with like, I guess, some like traditional Japanese outfits, right? I mean, obviously, you know, like all four of them do. All four of them do. In whatever, I look, I don't know anything about Japanese outfits, right? So they look, I'm not even 100% sure but they kind of look like them. All right, so yeah, so maybe the Kimono Girls could be a possibility, because as far as I know, I think Oh, there's a Wikipedia link on Wikipedia. Look at that. Yeah, it's traditional wear that people like use or wear when like stuff is happening. I don't really know, but yeah, it's definitely worn. Oh, is that really what? Is that the kanji for kimono? That doesn't that just mean like thing you wear? Anyways, oh well. So yeah, it would make sense if it was the Kimono Girls, right? And it would be well, probably gonna be only one, but in terms of like they and if you look at like some of the dialogue, right, and stuff, they do talk about like tradition and stuff quite a bit, right? They perform during, you know, certain traditional celebrations, this and that, which I guess again in this occasion would make sense to an extent, right? Plus they're from like Ecruteak City, they got like the bell tower, all that stuff, and like last year New Year's Arena got like Chingling, which is a bell Pokemon thing, right? So you can maybe tie it there as well. From, you know, I mean, there are performers, right? And New Year's, people like watching performances and stuff on television with their family or whatever, right? So there's that possibility, right? Again, there's no like direct correlation because they perform for like a lot of different occasions, not just New Year's, but they did mention, again, in their newsletter over here, right, that it says it's a perfect fit, right? So could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. These kimono characters probably going to be coming with one of the Eeveelutions, one of the 5, right? Because it's only up to the Gen 2 Eeveelutions. And if it were going to be one of these, I would say Espeon probably makes the most sense. Espeon probably makes the most sense, and Espeon is, I think, who's Sakura? Or is that just the anime? Do they have different names? Who's the one in the games? Because we go with the game canon, obviously, right? Sayo. Okay, Sayo. Sayo is the one with Espeon. So could it be Sayo with an Espeon? Maybe, right? Again, that makes probably the most sense. No, that's not. No, that's. I was looking at the wrong line. No, Naoko is the one with Espeon. Oh no, they switch and from Gen 4 to Gen 2. Okay, well, one of those two, I guess. And Gen 2 is Sayo, and then like Gen 4, Naoko got Espeon. One of those, I guess, right? It's just that like we literally just had Vaporeon, Flareon, and Jolteon. It doesn't mean that we can't get them again, right? But I mean, we just got them in that triple Eevee Day banner. So yeah, and then like Umbreon, could it be Umbreon? Maybe, but like I don't know, having like the dark Eeveelution on New Year's to celebrate New Year's is yeah, I don't know about that. Not that Psychic has too much to do with New Year's either, but it's not, at least it's not dark, right? I mean, you know, superstitious or whatever. Could be a bad omen. Not that I again, I'm not superstitious, so I don't really know. But so yeah, the Espeon version would probably fit the most. And that could be cool again as like a free unit, right? Or the last two were Haunter with Hex Maniac and Naomi with Sandslash, right? So that could be definitely nice. I know it's another Psychic unit, but I mean, if it's like a support, then the typing probably won't matter as much unless it's like a specific support just for Psychic types, and like sets like Psychic turn or whatever, right? But yeah, that would make sense. Another one that people have been talking about is this, I can't pronounce this. Freesode. Freesode. If you want to do it in like English, Freesode Girls, right? I don't really see the connection as strong over here in comparison to the kimonos, but like the Kimono Girls. But I guess the idea is generally the same, right? It's also probably, you know, some traditional Japanese clothing thing, right? Common for women to wear a furisode on their coming of age day. Okay, but that's not New Year's. So, maybe this one, you know, less so I'd say chances than the Kimono Girls, because again, the Kimono Girls also have that element of they're performers, right? They're performers. They do, you know, certain traditional rituals, all that's, well, not rituals, but their dances and all that stuff, right? So that probably is more in line with an outfit people wear when they come of age, I guess, right? There are different versions. This one's from Gen 6, right? X and Y. A lot of different versions here. Could get maybe one of the four, right? If I were to guess, maybe this one. I don't know, just because it has a flower and it's like, you know, New Year's, it's spring, you got a flower in there. That's like another. Again, like I mentioned before, all of these are kind of a reach. Honestly. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's completely unlike. Look at the Pokemon they have over here, Chimecho, right? Again, last year the New Year's unit Sabrina had Chingling, and you know, Chimecho is the evolution of Chingling. So it could be possible, right? Looks like she's in some shrine there as well. That was the theme of the Sabrina outfit last year as well. So these could be a possibility. These definitely could be a possibility. Probably easier to translate because they're, you know, they have the 3D X and Y models and stuff. Not that it matters that much. I mean, they got Ash in the game. So what Pokemon do they have over here generally? I don't know. Do any of these really fit like a New Year's theme? Cherim maybe? Maybe Cherim a bit, because it's like, I don't know, it's like New Year's and it's spring and like the cherry blossoms are open. What season is cherry blossoms? Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Maybe the one with, I don't know flowers. I'm not sure if that's a cherry blossom, but it kind of looks like one. So maybe like this girl with this flower, and then boom, you get like a Cherim, which is like, again, it's a spring-ish flower-based Pokemon. So that could be another possibility. Probably gonna be like kit-wise, probably gonna be sun-based, right? Sun multipliers, or it could sun itself, which would be cool. But yeah, we'll see. As for like some other options, I don't really know. Like, this is even more of a stretch. So I thought like maybe, okay, what kind of trainer like has to be there during New Year's? Like essential workers? I don't know, bro. Like medical team trainers. 'Cause I mean, you know, New Year's is holidays, but like doctors don't take holidays off, right? I mean, you still gotta have doctors there, or like cooks, maybe. People gotta eat. I don't know. Gender, just essential worker class. Probably not as much, right? But I guess like this is a huge, even huger, even larger stretch over here. Like maybe Aroma Lady, because again, it's like New Year's kind of symbolizes like spring. Not that it's actually spring, because New Year's technically still winter, right? But like spring is coming, and then Aroma Lady's the character class with the also a very, very popular character class, I'd say, right? Give her like Roselia or something, and it's like, oh look, New Year, spring is coming, whatever that and stuff. Because they're probably also gonna have, not probably, they're gonna have a tie in to the New Year's event most likely, right? Just like they did with the Sightseer event with Essie, Rosa, and Naomi, right? They're probably gonna tie that into the New Year's event as well. So I feel like again the Kimono Girls and Furisode Girls, right, over here probably makes more sense, right? Again, if you look back at last year's or the previous year's New Year's outfits, right? Lance, Lily. I don't know about the Vulcaner outfit, but Sabrina's definitely, right? So that probably makes sense, I'd say. Probably makes sense. So anyways, yeah, that's me this one, I guess. So y'all remember, guys, think in the comments down below. Like, let me know if you guys think, you know, if these are good, solid possibilities, or if there's anything else in the certain trainer classes that maybe would fit even better, or any actual like characters maybe, which again I just find that to be too remote of a possibility. They don't really fit that much, so I feel like most likely it's going to be one of those, you know, free-to-play NPC characters that they throw in there, which is nice, right? I mean, you know, the last two were decent, so we'll see. Anyways, all right, have fun, folks, and I'll see you guys in the next one then.